It's Ashley Cunningham here, and today I thought I would shake it up a little bit and go live while I'm outside in the park. Today's been really weird as far as energy goes for me. Hey Kristen, thanks for joining. I woke up and, hey Bernadette, I woke up, I'm just kind of waiting for Alyssa right now and then we'll jump to it, but hey David, thanks for joining. I woke up this morning and I felt more exhausted than I did when I went to sleep. And then I got up and I did some stuff and then I crashed again like really hard and I slept for a good like extra 6 hours. And this is the first time I've been outside today. So I'm like, wow, like I need to get connected with the fairies and I need to get outside into nature. And it is a perfect day to be outside. I just have to say it is gorgeous. And I'm going to turn you up a little bit. Here's this tree I'm sitting by. Isn't it gorgeous and beautiful? It's just a beautiful place to be. It's just a local park near my house and there's a big duck pond. And it's so amazing because there's herons that live here at the duck pond too. So I'm always just amazed whenever I see the herons and the great blue herons that live around here. I'm in Oregon and we have a lot of beautiful wildlife and just really beautiful trees and parks and stuff. So very lucky. Thanks, David. Yeah, I picked this one. It's a very cheery tree. It's very nice and the energy's been really helping me ground. It's been feeling really, really good. So I hope everyone has been surviving the energies of the last few days. Yeah, me too, Kristen. I hope that all the technology works smoothly. I don't see Alyssa here yet, so let me just invite her and see if she'll join us. But yeah, how's everyone hanging in there? Anyone else feeling a lot of the energy just kind of wiping you out? It's been pretty crazy. But yeah, I'm just so excited to be channeling the fairies. I wanted to do this today. Well, I was trying to do it on Thursday, but there was just some stuff that came up, so I wasn't able to do it then. But I really wanted to make sure I got it in before next week starts, just because A, they've been waiting very patiently to reach out to everyone, and B, we are gearing up for our Introduction to the Fairy Realm course. And I'm so excited for this, you guys. The ebook is beautiful. There's going to be so many channeled messages in the course. There's going to be fairy cards, live Q&As with me and Alyssa every night for that entire week. And each day we'll be focusing on a different being that lives in the fairy realm. So that is like the tree spirits. Like this lovely one that I'm sitting under right now. Oh, hey, Alyssa, you're here. I'm going to see if I can invite you. Yay, I can. So I'm adding you right now. Hey, how's it going?
It's fabulous.
Good.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Yeah, for sure. I was just kind of doing a quick introduction about the course and just kind of running through why we're kind of gearing up for it and what we'll be doing during the course. So I was just about to mention that each day we are going to be focusing on different beings that live in the fairy realms. So like tree spirits, trolls, elves, dwarves, gnomes, unicorns, fairies themselves, which we'll hear from tonight as well, and and dragons. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot dragons. I'm still amazed that we can connect to dragons. I did not know they were real, and now at this point I'm like, why not? Why did I think that they weren't real? Of course they're real. They're amazing. And that's part of what this course is about, is to just show people like they're all real. The fairy tales are real. Well, to an extent. Sometimes they're fairy tales. Often humans put a spin on the Fae beings, but they're real. They exist, and it's just so exciting. And we really want everyone to just get a sense of magic in your daily life, because that's how we feel every day, being able to connect and talk to these beings, and it's just so freaking amazing. So that's why we're doing this, and we hope that if you're any if you have any inclination or interested in any of it, just check out our events on both of our business pages, or feel free to ask us questions here in the live, and we will address that. So yeah, so basically today I just thought it'd be really fun if both of us channeled there was a guy, both of us channeled some fairies and just share a message, and then take some questions if people have questions for the fairies.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm really, really excited. I
Awesome.
love the fairies. One other thing I wanted to mention too, that I've just found so amazing since we started prepping for this course coming up, and just all this magic's just exploded even more. It's been also really connecting with, like, well, my own personal connection with all these different beings, especially like realizing, oh my gosh, I have had so many lives as a fairy. And I think that's something too that is really exciting for people to kind of realize when they're connecting with all these different beings, that many of us have had lives as fairies. I just heard of someone else recently who has had many lives as a dwarf. And I was like,
Oh my
that's so
gosh.
cool.
Really? Wow, that is amazing. That is so, just so cool. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good point. And it's also like, it really highlights that we all have relationships with these beings. And so the more we connect with them, the more familiar we are, the more, a relationship develops. It's kind of like, with person to person, you get to know their energy better. You get to understand what they're saying faster, and their guidance. And you get to ask them not more for things, but, you get to just be able to, just kind of banter back and forth with them a little easier now after they, you've been used to their energy. So that's one of the cool things about this as well, is showing you how you can connect with them, and what they're about, and what they want you to know, and how they can help you. So yeah, I just think it's going to be so awesome. I'm feeling their energy really building up right now. So do you want to just jump into channeling?
Sure.
Sweet.
I've been really feeling it too.
Nice. Yeah, there's a lot. Okay. Whew, they're coming straight in, and how I feel them is, well, right now I'm feeling them straight in my crown chakra, and they're just all around me because I'm outside and I'm in their kind of their backyard. And they're just like hanging out. They're so happy that we're here, and they just want to say hi to everyone. And so they're saying hello, thank you for joining us this evening. We are so ecstatic that people are thinking about us and are interested in connecting with us in a more direct and meaningful way. We are there for you at any moment. Let us know if you're wishing to just connect with us, maybe even in your backyard, in your house. If you have house plants, we can be there for you. We can be there and help you grow your beautiful plants. If you have pets, we help pets as well. We help animals heal. And we just wish for more humans to be in connection and alignment with Gaia, Mother Earth, and the beautiful energies that you can feel when you're connected with her. fairies, and they're just saying, they're pointing to me to just say this, fairies really work in tandem with Gaia. They really support her energy, and they help her in any way that they can, and they help animals and plants in any way that they can. And so they're just saying, let's do this. Let's hang out. Let's connect. If you wish for us to connect with you, we're ready and we're willing. And they're pointing at you, Alyssa.
Mhm. Yeah, talk about coming in strong. Whew. I'm getting them both right through my heart chakra and my crown right now. And then, yeah, as always, anytime I feel them, it's just like being wrapped completely. But yeah, it's lovely. And oh, they're so excited about having this chance right now to be connecting with all of you, and just more chances with the course that we're starting up, and the fact that there's more and more of us that are beginning to connect with them and talk about them. And they say that one of the best ways to begin connecting with them is to simply see the beauty in the natural world, and to take the time to stop and feel that beauty. So not only looking at it with your physical eyes, but to feel it. And as you're feeling that beauty, you will begin to become that beauty as well, they say. And come to us if you ever have problems and worries and fears. These two we can take from you, and we can make it become beauty instead of that which you may be feeling before. They say to come out to them often, and whatever worries it is, however you may feel them, they wish to take those away and help you be connected again with Gaia by releasing those fears and feeling the beauty that is around all of us. And here they're gesturing to themselves, to me, and just in general. For we are all children of Gaia. And we are so excited now to be helping you step out to, and to help just as we are helping. And the clapping now. I'm really, really proud of us as to what steps we're beginning to take.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I'm feeling now that their energy is really just moved backwards for a little bit now. It's less strong.
Yep. Yeah, I'm feeling that too. So if there are any questions, now's the time. We're ready and excited to answer them. I see there are a few comments. Thank you all for joining us so much, especially from Venezuela. That's awesome. And there's quite a few comments here. Jonathan, your first comment just about kind of how fairies are viewed. Yeah, they can take many shapes and forms. I think it really depends on the person who's receiving their energy or seeing them, and what they're comfortable with or not comfortable with. As with all spirit, they really know where we're at and what we're ready for and what we're not ready for. So I think that's, you were really speaking on a lot of different ways in which we can see them, and I think that's really true. There's a lot of, you know, different ways we can see them.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I wanted to just add in there too as well, that just like with feeling energy, the way that we're perceiving them so different. And that's been one thing that's just really opened my eyes too, with just even within each of these different groups of beings, they have so many different energies as well. I've recently been visiting this fairy sanctuary, or at least that's what they tell me it's called, where there's so different fairies, so many different. And until I'd gone there, I'd only really seen fairies that to me were kind of a bluish greenish glittering color. But over at this fairy sanctuary, which is this beautiful old kind of gnarled tree, um, there were so many different types of varying different sizes, and there were the bluish green ones, there were kind of some orangey ones, some yellowy ones, and it's because all of them, they told me, were they take on the energies of whatever job it is that they're doing to raise Gaia's energy. So some of them are more focused with plant life, some of them are more focused with kind of fiery energies, some of them are more wind based. So they're very, very elemental in that sense too.
Yeah, they really are. It's so interesting. And from just seeing different kinds, you can kind of guess, okay, that's what they're about, which is kind of fun. So that way you can kind of see, oh, okay, you're this kind of fairy. That's really cool. So we have some questions here. Jen asks, any messages for me? Thanks. You want to take that one, Alyssa?
Sure. Right. So, Jen, the fairies are sending you so much love right now. I'm getting so much love from them to you. And they're really, really encouraging you to connect with them a lot more by getting out, and by getting out and just walking among nature, you'll find that resting will become easier, and all of your worries in that moment will be released. And when you step back out of nature, solutions will come to you faster. So they're really, really wanting you to get out and walk among them as much as possible.
Awesome. Okay.
Which really, I could just encourage everybody to do that. Really, really definitely could. But
yes.
Yeah, Kristen. Oh yeah, she's talking about the little fairy hangout sanctuary thing.
Yep, I saw that, and then it was hilarious because you just dived right into talking about that. But she does have a question at the end. Yes, that's a really cool spot. And I don't know if you've shared any of the pictures that you've taken of the cats that are in that area with you.
Oh, yeah.
They're so cute, and it's so awesome to watch the cats. They're just hanging out with her at this little tree space, and they're just sitting with her, chilling with the fairies and watching the fairies do their thing, and it's so adorable.
They really are. Cool. It's amazing. It really, really shows just how in tune animals are as well, because they well, I always get cats following me, and these two cats are extra friendly. So they followed me all the way in and stopped when I stopped, and then kept moving. But then as soon as we got right up to the tree, they just stopped, and their heads perked up, and they were staring just right up at where
Oh
all
my
the fairies
gosh.
were. And they did not move. They were so entranced. It was just adorable.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Wow. I can't wait to see it when we do our our trip. We are doing a meet and
Hmm.
greet when I go up there to Victoria,
Hmm.
but I cannot wait to go there. And I'm sure we're going to be doing quite a bit of channeling and filming
Oh
that
yeah.
space because I've only seen some pictures and a
Hmm.
few little short clips, but the energy there from the fairies is really strong. I can feel it straight through the screen. So I know we're
Hmm.
going to have some messages and do a lot of cool videoing there. It's going to be really cool.
Hmm.
But Kristen has a
Definitely.
question. After she was talking about that, she mentioned that fairies are working with her and they've woken her up twice this week with fluttering over her face and her neck. And she's asking, do you happen to know why they're visiting me at night? So let's ask them. I just hear laughing,
Oh my
just
God.
glee. They're just
That's
so happy,
uh
Kristen,
yep.
to be connecting with you.
Hmm.
And they just want to show you love. I'm getting a huge
Hmm.
burst of love for you. And they just want to show you love, and they realize that you're having some problems with ascension symptoms. So they're trying to help alleviate a little bit of that. But they kind of are just quirky in that they want to like touch you, and they don't really realize that they're waking you up. Because spirit sometimes doesn't really have those boundaries that us humans have and need. So yeah, if you don't want them to be there, just say don't come at night. And you already know that, so I don't need to go into how to do that or anything. But they're just kind of so happy and just excited, and they just love you a lot. um,
Hmm.
Skyla is asking for a message from the fairies. You want to take that one?
Okay. I love the fairy energy. They are just dancing around me now and are really wanting to encourage you, Skyla, to allow joy into your life. Okay. So find things that make you laugh. Find things that make you happy and bring more of those into your life. And if you're finding that hard right now, they are saying to call upon them, and they will happily come in and make you feel um, lighter and brighter and help you laugh. Oh,
Oh, that's so
I so
cute.
love
That's so beautiful. That's
it.
awesome. So we have another question here, and I'm sorry, I'm probably gonna butcher your name,
Hmm.
Labraine. I don't know how to say your name. I'm sorry, but I hope I was
It's
a
Lorraine.
little close at least. Lorraine. Okay,
Lorraine.
you're the
Lorraine,
one
it would
that's
be.
been okay, Lorraine.
Sorry about that.
How long do fairies live for? That's a really good question. I'm getting
I love
that
that.
they can live for quite a long time, and they often can choose when to move on to the next lifetime. But I'm feeling like they live for a very long time. Are you getting anything different, Alyssa?
Mm, I'm getting about the same, but coming in as like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years if we were to count it by our sense of time.
Yeah, like
But
a
that,
really
yeah,
long
they
time.
can choose to for
Mhm.
how long they wish to live before moving on to another lifetime, which is really
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah. And I'm curious, off
Mhm.
of that, I guess the question is, what would make them choose to move on to the next one? Like, did they finish their
Ooh,
project,
that's
or
fun.
is the space or whatever it is that they're here to do, is that completed, or are they just
Mhm.
bored and want to move on to something else? Um,
Hmm. Well, what I'm getting is that for each lifetime, they do have a specific purpose or a job
mhm,
um, that they are here to do. And when that has been completed, then they know it is time to move on to the next lifetime where they will then have a new purpose and a new job. And that can be both as going into another fairy lifetime or moving into another being entirely, like human lifetimes or others.
cool. Yeah, I kind of got
That
the
is cool.
same,
That's
that
really cool.
it's
Hmm.
often, yeah,
Hmm.
they're, once they're done, they, are on to the next. So that's
Hmm.
good question, Lorraine. Thank you for posing that.
Yeah, that's
Bernadette is asking, have they started to work with me? I'm willing to cooperate and allow them to help me with my major landscape. I'm sure it will be an abundant amount of work for them as well as for me. Do they have any current instructions for this event we will do at my home? Oh, that's cool. Bernadette, I'm seeing that yes, they're around already, and they're little worker bees. They're trying to help out as much as possible. And when your event, your work starts on your landscape around your home, they will be there to help support that. And just ask them for anything specific that you want, and they will try and help that along. So if it's you're planting seedlings, or if you're planting starts, things that have already kind of sprouted, or whatever the case may be, trees, maybe baby trees that you're planting. If there's anything that you want them to focus on, please throw it out there. And all you have to do is ask, and just, yeah, ask for their help. And they're already kind of hanging out. And they know that you're really interested in them. Bernadette has joined our fairy course. So they are really, really
Mhm.
excited to work with her in an even more detailed capacity. But they're really excited about the project too. So I hope that resonates with you, Bernadette. Let us know if you have any more questions. That sounds really exciting. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Mhm.
Kristen said she had to have a little chat with them. Yeah. When I first started
You-
channeling, the fairies came to me as well in my sleep, and they woke me up, and I wasn't scared or anything, but I was just like, what is going on? It's like a party in here, but I'm sleeping and I don't know what's happening. And then I realized, oh, it's the fairies, and I have to tell them I need to sleep. You can't bother me when I'm sleeping. Feel free to bother me whenever I'm awake, and willing to focus in, but not when I'm asleep. And I've had to do that a few times. But once I told Archangel Michael, don't let anyone in unless, it's like really important for like from my team or something. But he's been a pretty good gatekeeper as far as that goes.
Mhm. Yeah, because I've definitely
Elaine
noticed
is
with,
asked,
yeah,
oh,
the fairies. Mhm. Oh, yeah.
sorry, go
Oh,
for it.
yeah. I see. Oh, that's okay. Um, just that I've noticed that I'm connecting with many of these beings who were kind of putting under the umbrella of the fairy realm. They are so much more free with
Mm-hmm.
just popping in at any point. So, yeah, you do just
Yeah.
need to let them know that the boundaries are there. Come visit me in the daytime.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Hmm.
Yep, for sure.
Hmm.
And it's funny, I've even had them visit me when I'm at work and I'm like in the middle of a meeting and they're just like dancing on the table, having a party. And it's just really, I can't help but laugh. And then people are like, what are you laughing at? What's so funny? I'm like, nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm just having a moment over here. It's hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah. But Elaine is asking, I would love any message from the fairies. They started working with me last summer in Sedona. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, that is
Um,
cool.
hmm I've never been there before, but I want to go at some point. Sounds it.
Hmm.
I've seen so many pictures and it's gorgeous. But message for Elaine. They're just showing you a lot of love. They're so happy that they've been able to work with you since last summer, and they're just layering and throwing on the love for you, and just encouraging you to get outside. Maybe if you have a garden, do a bunch of gardening. Really get your hands dirty and connect with Gaia, and connect with them as they're right there. And I'm just feeling like being outside will really help you in this moment. And I don't know where you are, but I don't know if it'll be difficult for you. There's some crazy weather going on, even though it's like May. But yeah, get outside, relax, enjoy what you can as much as you can. And you'll definitely feel them more because they're working with you, as you noted. They definitely are working with you. But yeah, they're just so happy and excited, and they just love you so much. Bernadette says, I want them to protect and move life forms so I don't hurt anything that I don't have to. Thank you so much. Oh, that's a perfect job for them, Bernadette. That's like perfect. They will definitely help you with that. And they're like, yes, we will make this happen, because they don't want anything to be hurt either in this project that you're doing. So they're very happy to do that.
Hmm. Oh. And another question from Bernadette that I've actually got an amazing story to answer that with, which you may have heard before because I think I've mentioned it on one live. But she's asking, do the fairies get along with the rest, the gnomes and the trolls and all those? And off of that one, well, I can say, oh yeah, they absolutely do. They will have a party with all the beings because, as they often tell me, we're all children of Gaia who are all incarnated here right now on her back. And um, it might have been a couple weeks ago, maybe it was a month ago or something like that. It was after I'd done a live with Ashley, actually. I'd gone down to the ocean to ground and just come down from just the intense energy of just all the different beings that were around us at that time. And I saw the most adorable, excitable party is just the best way I can describe it. Of the fairies and the gnomes were down on the beach and they were dancing with each other, like holding each other's hands and
Oh
like
my
dancing in
gosh.
circles. And the fairies were like carrying some of the gnomes on their backs and like flying up into the air and like leaping over the waves. Oh my gosh,
Oh
it
my
was
gosh.
absolutely adorable. So, oh yeah, they completely get along and just love hanging out and partying together.
That's awesome. That would be so much fun to just see and feel and just know they're all jamming out together, having a good time. That's
Hmm.
so cool.
Yeah, 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 it really was. And then, off of your second question there, Bernadette, are they in the same realm? Um, yeah, what I've gotten from them is that many of these different fae beings that we're referring to, well, they all did live here on this realm at one point, but over time, as the energies just got heavier, they've moved over to another realm that most of them do tend to frequent and live within, but they all like to move fluidly between them since this still very much is where their energies were birthed from to begin with.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I have had that same conversation with the dwarves. They've told me the
Mm-hmm.
same thing that they, lived here and they needed to leave, but this has always been their home,
Mm-hmm.
and so they frequent here a lot, and they want to connect a lot with beings that are here. And things are shifting now, so it's more exciting for them, and they're hoping that just they can connect with way more people here in the future. So that's super cool, and it's just amazing to know. Like, it's kind of like when I'm likening this to when like animals go extinct, and it's really sad, and then they show up like 40 years later, and they're real,
Oh
and they're
yeah.
there, and they're thriving. Oh, go for it,
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa. That triggered something.
Well, I jumped in there because I was like, oh yeah, I saw something recently, um, just off of Facebook that was about, but I can't remember the exact animal, but it was some sort of spotted leopard or some sort of
Mm-hmm.
wildcat, that lives over, in India. That, whew, 'cause the jungles are so thick there, it's not surprising that nobody quite realized that there was still a spotting of one of these particular wildcats, which I'm pretty sure was some sort of leopard, but it's escaped me at this point. But yeah,
No,
that's
yeah,
an
I've seen
example
that
of the
one.
fact that we
Yeah.
thought that particular animal was extinct, and lo and behold, nope. There was at
Mm-hmm.
least another, maybe a couple that are still out there, and they're coming back at the very least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I bring that
Mhm.
up just because it reminds me, they've had to leave this place, and but they're coming back
Mhm.
and they're visiting us, and it's giving me a lot of hope that we can make our world, Mother Earth, better, and raise our frequencies and raise her frequency, and just help animals, help the planet, and connect with these beings again in a way that's just so
Mhm.
beautiful and exciting. And yeah, that's kind of a roundabout way, but that's how I was feeling, and I think they were kind of pointing to that for sure.
Mhm.
But let's see here. I think I have a few more comments and questions. Paige is saying, I ask to see them when I walk in the woods. Years ago, I would see flashes of them. That is so awesome, Paige.
Mhm.
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sometimes they're just like flashes of light or little light orbs that just kind of whiz by. And you can't really catch them with your eye because they're super fast, but it's so awesome. It's really cool.
Mhm. Yeah,
Are there any other
they are.
questions from anyone? Um, Well, I don't see any other questions. Is there anything else that you want to
Mhm.
share, Alyssa, about the course or about
Mhm.
fairies or about anything?
Mhm. I feel like they did a fantastic job of saying what needed to be
Yeah.
said just right in the beginning. Um, and all I can really add to it is um, I know that, at least for me, sometimes it feels like such a daunting task to be able to help the energies on Gaia to rise and how to really reconnect to all of these energies around us. And actually, Paige, this might answer your particular question. Um, and I've found since really getting in touch with all of like the fairies and dwarves and the elves and dragons and all those other beings, but especially the fairies, it's just been as simple as going out in nature and making that a daily habit, where I'll go out for 10 minutes, I'll go out for 20 minutes. Sometimes I'm just so lost in the moment that when I like come back to myself, I'm like, oh, I've been out here for like an hour. That's lovely. But I just make sure, no matter what, I get myself outdoors and I'm walking among nature. I'm sitting under a tree. I'm sitting down at the ocean. Whatever it is, I just get out and I find that just in itself has done so much for reconnecting and connecting deeper and um, feeling more like with more of the practical things that I'm doing, like with going and cleaning up a beach of trash, which is something I'm going to do tomorrow
Oh, nice.
with Kristen Davies actually in the morning. Doing something active like that then feels like, okay, this is maybe just one beach, but this is such a big thing. So this is good. This is that one step that's needed. Or thinking on doing things like going and getting bars of shampoo and conditioner instead of
Yeah.
the plastic bottles and that sort of thing too. So, so long as you're just constantly making sure that you make a habit of getting out in nature, and whether or not you can feel or hear the fairies yet, all it takes is just getting out there constantly, quieting that mind, and just talk to them to begin with. Just talk to them. Just tell them what you're thinking in that moment. Ask them any questions. And like with any energies, they will find a way to get that answer to you, no matter how it is that you need in order to receive the answer. So, yeah, that's really all I just wanted to say at the end there. It's just really get out, make it a habit, and keep doing each of those small steps that you can do to be kinder to the environment in whatever way that you can.
Yes, I needed to hear that. I've been having kind of not a hard time, but just getting really busy
Mm-hmm.
and not being able to
Mm-hmm.
just go outside on a walk as well. I'm totally able, but I'm not choosing to. And so it's like I really
Mm-hmm.
need to just push myself, even though all these ascension symptoms, just making me really exhausted. Grounding really helps with all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And just doing one
Mm-hmm.
little thing at a time every day really improves our planet and helps her
Yeah.
just blossom and raise in vibration. And so thank you for that. That was
Yeah.
perfect. And with that, I think
Mm-hmm.
it's a perfect ending. Um, yeah, if you guys have any
Mm-hmm.
questions about the course, this is a lot of what we'll be doing really in the course is talking with these beings and then sharing messages and then answering any questions you have about them or seeking any messages from them for you or your loved ones or whoever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just let us know if you have questions, and thank you all for joining us, and thank you, Alyssa, for joining me today and having a good old chat. This is awesome. I love it. And thank you to the
Always so
fairies
much fun.
so much. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And I need to get out of the sun. Sorry, guys. It's like bleaching my face. It's like right in my face. But I hope you all have a lovely evening. Bye.
Right.